Hi. So, this is going to be a 30 short stories in 30 days update. It's also going to be an update on my um, some changes that are coming in my second half of the year and some things to look forward to. We are excitedly looking back at July. And I can tell you the reason why I really wanted to do 30 short stories was to really help my writing get back on track. If you create a challenge and you put your butt in the seat and you try to meet that challenge every single day, it's going to have a positive effect. And it did for me. While I did not make 30 short stories, there are a lot of different obstacles that popped up I couldn't have planned for. Um, some adjustments for COVID that I kind of planned for but wasn't as prepared as I thought I was, and some other personal adjustments that surfaced, as well as a major business problem that needed to be addressed. And we'll go into that in another video. One of the things that I am excitedly looking forward to um, is the results of this challenge coming to fruition. The goal was to get me back on track. 30 short stories in 30 days forced me to write every single day. At this point, I'm far enough behind. I'm not going to hit 30. So, you know, I'm okay with that. But I did get over 20 and really actually think I've gone down maybe to 20 because as one of the things that I've learned in this effort, writing 1,000 word short story, 3,000 word short story, I am capable of sitting down every single day and producing this kind of writing, no problem. The obstacle, the writing obstacle that I found for myself is that I tend to feel like it should be bigger, more fleshed out, more detailed, more informative, instead of just leaving it as this tiny little short story. I think the short story is wonderful. I love it. I'm having fun with it, and you'll see them pop up for several times throughout the year coming up in different ways. So I'm really happy with that. And you know what? Now I have additional stories, additional wonderful books that I didn't have. Short stories. I realize they're not novels or novellas, but they're still a product that I can polish up and produce properly. Um, so that's going to be fun. Another thing that I've learned from 30 short stories is really not so much a new learned, but a reminded learn of every single day training yourself to be creative guarantees that you will be creative. And it helps to foster that creativity and exercise your creative muscle. If you're not used to doing that every day, then it comes in spurts and waves, and you're waiting on a muse to sing sweet words to your ears. If you're trying to make a full time career out of this, you can't afford to do that. You need to keep creating. You need to create. So, the best way to foster that is to just sit down and create. I have found myself commit with so many new ideas for stories that I have had to keep a log of the concepts. I'm so happy. I am so happy. I've also found, as I'm sure many writers do, writing is very cathartic. So there have been several stories where I'm like, oh, I had no idea I needed to excise those demons. And so I did. Please forgive the current state of the office. We're doing making some changes and updating some things around here. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the results. But until then, there'll be a few videos like this. So going forward, what am I doing? Well, I will be finishing the polishing and the production of all of these stories in one format or another. Like I said, some of them are going to come together and make a longer book if they haven't already. I have a bunch of covers already as well, so I just need to kind of match them up with the books and make that happen. I bought a bunch before July started so that I would have a few to not only inspire me, but to help me stay, like, remember to keep the eyes on the prize, so to speak, keep my target where it belongs. Um, and I'm thrilled to say I've been able to do that. Going forward, my next adventure is a hard relaunch of the entire Xerox series. Now, last year I did a soft relaunch of the first four books of the series, in anticipation of the new release for the fifth book. That didn't really hit my goals the way I wanted it to, and I'm okay with that because it really reminded me of the steps that I missed. While I had updated my newsletter, I'm really not proficient with newsletters yet. I'd like connecting with people when I have the people energy to do that. I don't always have the people energy. So it makes things like newsletters and social media a lot harder for me than it probably should. I'm liking video. Video has given me the opportunity to connect one-on-one or virtually one-on-one. It's given me the opportunity to kind of give you a preview of my production space, and so you get to a little bit about me and occasionally my chaos. uh, so I'm liking the video, and I am still trying to find my voice with video, and we'll get there. I'm confident of that. But social media is a really difficult challenge for me, and emailing on a regular basis can be a challenge. And I have found that there are solutions to those challenges, and I'm looking forward to meeting those resolutions head on. I have a lot to look forward to. I'm looking forward to the hard relaunch, and the biggest reason for the hard relaunch is because it's time to refresh certain aspects of the business. And in that effort, the first series, it's 10 years old. You spend 10 years writing, you learn a lot. You learn craft, you learn marketing, you learn sales. When I threw it at the wall at first, that story, it didn't take off right away. By the time I released the third book and I made the first book perma-free, it shot to number 1. And the other books in the series, for the next year, all 4 of them stayed in the top 25. I am so thrilled with the results that I did not capitalize effectively on. There are also new tools that have become available since I released those books initially, and I plan on utilizing those tools. Things like Booksprout, and I don't believe I've ever used Robin Reads for these stories. But other web things, and then of course the different ads that are available now that I'm learning and still learning. So that's my mission. It's a hard relaunch, and I'm looking forward to bringing you along on that journey. And if you're one of my wonderfully amazing readers and fans, I am grateful to you without words. You make Xerox what it is, and I am looking forward to making it even prettier for you. I'm going to take the knowledge I have and rework it into my stories, and I'm looking forward to the results. So they'll all be coming down in the next couple of weeks. I will begin the revisions. Yet again, you wouldn't even believe how much I have invested in editors. And when I invested in editors initially, we were still talking about a market time frame where we didn't always have the best options. I really didn't find the best editors for my books, I think, until the third or fourth book. And that meant that I hired several people to go over them, and I'm grateful, and I will always be grateful for the work that they did at a time when the industry was still in its teeny tiny infancy. It's just time to take these books into the grown-up leagues. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm looking forward to honing and crafting some really fun stories. And some of the stories that I wrote this month will fit into this universe. So that'll be fun too. So when we relaunch Xerox, there's going to be a cluster of new books to go along with the old ones. So, or updated ones, I suppose. All right, my friends. I will see you in the next video. And going forward, you can expect that there will be some more sporadic videos like we're doing today. But you're also going to be able to see a new approach to some of the videos. I don't know if it'll work, but I'd welcome your feedback as we go along. See you soon. Bye.